What does it take to be a U.S. Air Force pilot? What are the challenges and rewards of flying some of the most sophisticated machines in the sky? How do they balance their professional and personal lives? Let's find out. Morning routine. A typical day for a U.S. Air Force pilot starts early in the morning, around 5 or 6 a.m., depending on the schedule and mission. The first thing a pilot does is to check the weather, the flight plan, and the aircraft status. They also review the intelligence reports, the threat assessments, and the mission objectives. They then head to the flight line, where they meet their crew and conduct a pre-flight inspection of their aircraft. Depending on the type of aircraft they fly, they may have to wear special gear, such as a helmet, a flight suit, a G-suit, and an oxygen mask. Some of the most advanced aircraft in the world are operated by the U.S. Air Force, such as the F-22 Raptor, the F-35 Lightning II, the B-2 Spirit, and the T-7, a Red Hawk. Each aircraft has its own capabilities, limitations, and challenges. For example, the F-22 Raptor is a stealth fighter that can perform air superiority, ground attack, and electronic warfare missions. It can fly at speeds of over Mach 2 and has a range of over 1,800 miles. The F-35 Lightning II is a multi-role fighter that can perform air-to-air, air-to-ground, and air-to-sea missions. It can fly at speeds of over Mach 1.6 and has a range of over 1,200 miles. The B-2 Spirit is a stealth bomber that can deliver conventional and nuclear weapons to any target in the world. It can fly at speeds of over Mach 0.9 and has a range of over 6,000 miles. The T-7, a Red Hawk, is a new advanced training jet that will replace the older T-38 Talon. It can fly at speeds of over Mach 1.2 and has a range of over 1,000 miles. Flight training and mission execution. After the pre-flight inspection, the pilot and the crew board their aircraft and take off. They then perform various flight training and mission execution tasks, depending on their role and assignment. Some of the tasks include basic flight maneuvers such as takeoff, landing, climbing, descending, turning, and speed control. Advanced flight maneuvers such as aerobatics, formation flying, low-level flying, and air refueling. Combat skills such as air-to-air combat, air-to-ground attack, air-to-sea strike, and electronic warfare. Emergency procedures such as engine failure, fire, ejection, and survival. During the flight, the pilot has to communicate with the crew, the air traffic control, the command and control, and the other aircraft. They also have to monitor the instruments, the systems, the weapons, and the fuel. They have to be alert, focused, and adaptable to any situation. They have to make quick and accurate decisions and execute them with precision and skill. Debriefing and maintenance. After the flight, the pilot and the crew land their aircraft and conduct a post-flight inspection. They then debrief with their supervisors, instructors, and peers. They review their performance, their lessons learned, their strengths, and their weaknesses. They also provide feedback and suggestions for improvement. They then fill out the necessary paperwork, such as the flight log, the maintenance report, and the mission report. They also attend any briefings, meetings, or classes that are required for their training and development. The pilot and the crew are also responsible for the maintenance and readiness of their aircraft. They work closely with the maintenance personnel, who inspect, repair, and service the aircraft. They also ensure that the aircraft is properly armed, fueled, and configured for the next mission. They also perform any upgrades, modifications, or tests that are needed for the aircraft. Personal time and recreation. After a long and demanding day, the pilot and the crew have some personal time and recreation. They may go to the gym, the cafeteria, the library, or the lounge. They may also call or text their family and friends, or use social media to stay connected. They may also volunteer for any community service or outreach programs that they are interested in. The pilot and the crew also have to take care of their physical and mental health. They have to eat well, sleep well, exercise regularly, and stay hydrated. They also have to cope with the stress, the pressure, and the challenges that come with their job. They may seek help from their peers, their leaders, their chaplains, or their counselors. They may also use any resources or programs that are available for their well-being, such as the Air Force Resilience Program, the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, or the Air Force Suicide Prevention Program. Challenges and risks. Being a U.S. Air Force pilot is not without its challenges and risks. The U.S. Air Force pilots face various difficulties and dangers in their job, such as physical and mental demands. The U.S. Air Force pilots have to endure high levels of physical and mental stress, such as the high G-forces, the hypoxia, the fatigue, and the noise. They also have to cope with the emotional and psychological effects of their job, such as the isolation, the anxiety, the depression, and the post-traumatic stress disorder. Operational and environmental hazards. The U.S. Air Force pilots have to deal with various operational and environmental hazards, such as the enemy fire, the mechanical failures, the weather conditions, and the terrain. They also have to face the possibility of being shot down, captured, injured, or killed in action. Personal and family sacrifices. The U.S. Air Force pilots have to make various personal and family sacrifices, such as the long hours, the frequent deployments, the relocation, and the separation. They also have to balance their personal and professional lives and maintain their relationships with their spouses, children, parents, and friends. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I would love to hear your feedback and opinions. See you next time.